So here I am off on a grand adventure, going to the grocery store 2 days before Christmas. But it is 7:15 in the morning. So hopefully my game plan has worked out, and I'm probably covering the microphone. The game plan will, be laid out the way it's supposed to, and I'm so far not seeing very many cars in the parking lot, and hopefully maybe 75% of them belong to employees. So we'll see. I've already gone and gotten gas. This working all the time stuff is necessitated the need for filling up more than, once every 2 or 3 weeks. So that's fine. So now I'm good to go for, I think I could get 380 miles out of a tank, something like that. So I should be good to go for a while, which is good because after the grocery store this morning, I'm going to go home, unpack groceries. Okay, no. After the grocery store, I've got to go to the dollar store and the liquor store, and then I get to go home, and then do a few things, and then turn around and leave because Grandma has a doctor's appointment this afternoon. Originally, my mom was going to take her because I would have never opted to do this. Where the doctor's is a really high traffic area, and it's a pain in the butt. I would have never opted to do this, and it's very close to the mall too. So anyway, Mom couldn't take her, so fine. I will step up and do it, but whew, I will complain and grumble all along the way. So anyway, I've got to get in here, make that happen. My reward for doing this early was a beautiful glimpse of a pink sky this morning. So you will have seen that maybe already, or will be seeing it, so depending on where I throw it in. But anyway, good start to the day. I've got a pep in my step. It is Christmas time, and we're gonna get this done. So get in here, make it happen, Captain. Let's talk to y'all later.
So I've got this project, but guess who doesn't have any more yarn and is at the end of her tail? Me. Womp womp. All this waiting time too. Meh. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm thinking of unknitting a few rows and just reknitting them. We'll see. Hey, it is December the 23rd. I really cannot believe that we've made it to this far. I mean, obviously, we knew it was coming. We knew we would land here eventually, but it just really does feel like December just started yesterday. I don't know where in the world the month has gone. In fact, I don't know where the year has gone, really. Although 2019 hasn't been the greatest of years for me, and I know for a lot of my friends, so I will not at all be sad to see it behind me. Looking forward to a new year, a new start in 2020. So, and all that the year may bring us. So anyway, with that, in case you don't know, I'm Tiffany. I'm your hostess, and this is Vlogmas 2019. I thank you for joining me this evening. Well, it's evening as of this recording. I don't know what time it is when you are watching this, but it is 20 to 9 already. You probably will have already seen a little bit of what my day has entailed. So I have been home, for several hours. I got a few things accomplished and made some dinner, although I was the only one that ate the dinner. My son, he's very much more social. Both my kids actually are very much more social than I am. So he's taking full advantage of being home and getting out and visiting with friends and family and all that good stuff. So although he said he would be home for dinner tonight, hasn't made it yet. He was attending a little gathering that his aunt was putting on, and I think she was having appetizers and that kind of stuff. So no biggie, it will keep. But anyway, I made the dinner. I drank the wine that went along with the dinner, and I started doing my nails. My nails tonight are a 2-step process. So I've got the base coat on the solid color that I intend to put on, and then here in a little bit, once they've cured a little, I'm going to put an overlay on top. So anyway, that's kind of how my evening has gone. My husband has gone out on a tow, and I am here recording this, and then I'll probably pick up with watching a few more either Vlogmas videos. Good night. I have not had that much to drink that I can't speak. A few more Vlogmas videos, or perhaps some kind of Christmas cartoon. Through my Amazon Prime, I found like classic Christmas cartoons, and some of them were as far back as maybe the 30s. So that was, kind of fun. I only watched, I think, the first one or two that were in there. One of them was, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like the orphanage where the children, upon opening their gifts Christmas morning, everything broke upon the first play. So some professor / inventor man came along and created all these toys out of, things that were laying around. So that was pretty fun. It's been, I think, 2 or 3 weeks since I stumbled upon that, and it's just one continuous video, so I haven't watched all of that yet. So that's kind of been in the, I've had the tab opened on my laptop for ever since then, intending to get back to it. So maybe tonight will be the evening that that happens. You will also have probably seen that, silly me, I started knitting this morning. I had about, from the time I got home from all my errands until the time that I had to take a shower and all that kind of stuff to get ready to leave, I had about 3 hours or so of knitting. So I sat down to do just that, and then I started running to where I only had, I think, a foot of yarn left, and I had pulled out the next ball, and I joined them with the Russian join. I think I use Very Pink Knits on YouTube. I used her tutorial, and at the time when I was ready to join them, I didn't have my darning needle nearby. So I said, okay, well, here's a good stopping point. I'll jump up. I forgot what exactly I was intending to do at that point, some kind of household chore. Listen, kids, this is why you should do all your crafting and skip all the chores. But anyway, I think I had to wash some dishes. Jumped up to do that real quick and then never made it back to the knitting. Thus, this is why I did not have the yarn that I needed to continue on. Oh, well, it is what it is. So it just leaves me with, some more to do this evening. Although I had my husband last night, because he and my son are relatively the same size, had my husband last night stand up so that I could see exactly where I probably need to put in the neckline. Because if I was following the pattern exactly, it's telling me that I should have already put in, what you do is, you bind off some stitches to create that neckline for the back. And so I had my husband stand up so that I could see. Well, I feel like they are probably long torsoed, if this pattern is any comparison. So I knit the front probably several inches longer than what it was intended. So I needed to do the back the same. So all that to say, from where I measured last night, I needed to knit 3 more inches. So I have a gauge as to where I need to be, but if I don't have the yarn, that's not at all going to help me now, is it? So I'm ready to rock and roll again. So anyway, I don't remember where I was going to go from here. Oh, I did talk about going, in my little clip this morning when I was sitting in my car. I said I've said actually a couple times that I needed to go to the liquor store, and I realized that not everybody is from Maryland, and I wanted to let you know that, I realize in a lot of states, and even I think in Europe, you can buy beer and wine at the grocery store. Well, here in the great state of Maryland, you cannot. All alcoholic beverages, no matter their alcohol content, have to be bought at a liquor store, a freestanding liquor store. Now, I do realize that I know it's a thing in some places, but I think it's maybe kind of unique to us. We have drive-through liquor stores. Like our liquor stores have, you don't even have to exit your car to get your booze. I've never used one, but, you have that option. And there are legitimately people that will drive up through a drive-through just to order a miniature. I'm not one of those people, but, I know they're out there somewhere. So anyway, that is why, excuse me, I went to the liquor store this morning so that I could get wine. And that I couldn't do that at the grocery store because that's not an option here. Well, not even just grocery stores. I know, like, where I live, we're the county, I live in Charles County, which I said is in Southern Maryland. We border Virginia. So the Walmart is, that I like to go to is in Virginia. It is a $6 toll. It's a bridge toll that I do not mind paying because the Walmart there is a much better quality than the one that is in my own county. Actually, there are two in my county, and I would choose to pay $6 to cross a bridge to get the one that is in Virginia before I would go to either of the ones that are more locally located to me. Anyway, you probably didn't care to know that, but I'm just telling you why there was extra errands added on. And however, the liquor stores here tend to open quite early. I mean, like, you could go to McDonald's and get your sausage McMuffin or whatever you eat from McDonald's, and then you could just, like, you know, hit the liquor store and get your 40 ounce or whatever on your way home, completing your meal. Anyway, can you tell I've had wine? I bet you can tell I've had wine. I made some notes too because there was a few things, like I turn these things off every day and then I go, oh wait, I should have talked about this or that. So tomorrow's plans, I had to write this down because I would probably forget to say this otherwise. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and we have a party to go to in the evening, which I know I've already mentioned in other videos, and I am going to take corn pudding, as I was requested to bring. I also think I'm going to make some cookies. Like, this is the only time of year that I really get in a mood to want to bake a lot. I think I'm going to make molasses cookies and peanut butter cookies. I also had intended to make a pumpkin pie, but when I talked to my grandmother today, she intends to make a pumpkin pie, and then my aunt texted me and she's bringing a pumpkin pie, so I think we'll probably be pretty well full up on pumpkin pies. So I told my husband, because he really likes my pie, that I think I'll probably just make one for New Year's. So, you know, or any other time that I randomly feel like making a pie, because I have all the ingredients and they're not going bad. So anyway, that's that's kind of what tomorrow is going to look like for me. So I think, given that I'm already 10 minutes in, I'll just get to opening this here mini number 23, and let me see what is in this box. Oh, there's various colors here this time, like various Victorian Christmas. And it looks to me like, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, Dana had a Victorian Christmas collection. And these kind of look like maybe a collaboration of all those colors that were in that collection. But it's just beautiful. We've got, I think it's showing pretty well. You've got some golds and some blues and some greens and some reds. Oh, it's just so pretty. Let me tap the screen to see. Nope. Turn this light off. I don't know. Anyway, there will be a still shot, as always, but good stuff. And the only other thing is, fun fact. So this is about Miracle on 34th Street, which I have never seen. So there's your Tiffany trivia for tonight, or for this episode. Honestly, I've just never had a desire to see it. Maybe the mood will strike me one of these years, but, you know, until then, I did find a fun fact about it. Natalie Wood, who was then 8 years old, I'm supposing she's the little girl that's in the movie, she believed that her co-star, Edmund Gwenn, was actually Santa Claus. So, I mean, that was probably pretty magical for, you know, an 8-year-old child, especially an 8-year-old child of that era. I can assure you, given that I work with children, that 8-year-old children of today are a different animal. But we'll leave that discussion for another day. So, better wrap this up. So, I will just say thank you for joining me. Whatever time of day, whatever activity, whatever brings you to me. Thank you for spending a bit of your time with me, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for Christmas Eve. Bye.